Everybody now. Let's go. Yeah. We living in the now. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Thursday Night Live. How y'all doing tonight? Woo! We took a month off, but now we're back. You know, people had vacations to go to, so people money ran out, so they come back to work. That's kind of how it goes. Have money, you go on vacation. You don't have money, you know, come back to work, make some money, you go on vacation. I'm your host again, Jeff Hodge. We're here every third Thursday of every month, except June, the month my birthday. Okay, but we're back now. Thank y'all for tuning in again. You can always find us on PasadenaMedia.org. I think that's what it is. You know, if not, I'll just call me and I'll send you the email personal, the website personal. So we've had some things happening in the news. It's been hot lately. It's been hot. You know, it's so hot that I don't even have a joke for that. It's just hot. Felt like I was in Texas. This is how hot it's been. You know, this is what I want to gripe about, though. We like in July, and since last week, gas have gone up in L.A. over $1, a whole dollar. Okay, can you imagine that? A whole dollar. It's now $4 a gallon. This is how high gas is. It's so high. Uber drivers are now using the bus to pick up passengers. That's how gas has gotten. It's really getting hot. It's so hot. Gas is so high, hookers are now offering the customers 50% off to do them in the back seat. That's how hot. I don't know, man. This gas thing, that's the one thing that gets under my skin. I'll just raise the gas up, bring it down. Raise it up, bring it down. Raise it up, bring it down. You know, I saw where the media considered Caitlyn Jenner a female and Serena Williams a man. Did y'all read it in the news? That's been the big thing, and you know, trending in the black, you know. And I saw that, and I'm like, you know, I'll take Serena the man anytime over Caitlyn the female. You know, I'm just saying, if I had to pick one of the female or the man, give me Serena Williams the man. Anytime. I can live with that. Talking about Uber, it seems like everybody's doing Uber now. Everybody's doing it. The other day I called an Uber, a LAPD officer came. They're doing ride between arrests now. That seems to be the trend. It's like, yeah, just get in. You know, we got like 10 minutes. Just get in. We'll get you there and go make an arrest. That seems to be the trend. So if you need an Uber, don't be surprised who shows up to get you. I think my grandmother is going to get into Uber. That's how bad it's getting. Yeah, come on, I can do this. Just. What else is going on in my life? I don't know what else is going on in my life. I think I feel blessed. I feel blessed. You know, my girlfriend left me again on my birthday, just before my birthday. Well, not the same girlfriend. The other one after the first one left, like a week before my birthday. This is the second time in a row 2 girls have left before my birthday. So I'm figuring either they're cheap, they don't want to buy me a gift, or I just need to stop having birthdays, one of the two. So from now on, I'm dating a girl, my birthday is no longer in play. I'm just going to move it around. My birthday is in 5 years, so you got 5 years, and then if you want to dump me, just right before my birthday. And then, you know, they always tell you that it's not you, it's me. You're right, it is you. You're a loser, that's what it is. I didn't say that. I was shocked. She came over and said she was going to spend the night. And then when I turned my back, she grabbed all her stuff. And she said, this is the last thing she said to me on the way out. Can I get a hug? Can I get a hug? No. I started to do the hug thing, you know, but I didn't give her a hug. I'm like, nope, that's where I draw the line. I'm not doing no hug thing. We can do like a mercy screw, but no more hugs, no more hugs. I'm drawing the line there. If you're going to go out, you know. So I got to call my mom and tell her, Mom, I'm single again, you know. When you hit 25, you know, it's not a good thing. It's obviously if you're a guy and you're 25, you haven't been married, your mom worries about you. She keeps telling me that, Jeff, I want you to find a nice girl and settle down. I'm like, Mom, does this girl have to have any qualifications? Where does she have to be? She says, just find a nice girl and settle down. So I'm going to find a nice girl and settle down. I think when my mom says settle down, I think she means marry. I keep telling my mom I'm settled. Just because I'm not married doesn't mean I'm not settled. Oh, okay. Oh, so, wow, time flies. So I'm going to be our host. I'll be up back and forth. We got a lot of good talent here tonight. Okay. People are coming in from all over to do the show. So periodically I'll come up here, say some funny things, and then bring up some other funny people. We got a lot of funny comedians, that do play the harmonica, and then just a lot of funny comedians. Okay. So with that out of the way, I'm going to bring your first act. She's been here many times before. She's very funny, very talented. She came all the way from Los Angeles, folks. She drove in. She caught a Uber car all the way to Pasadena. Give it up for Miss Yvonne Nortel. Let her hear it.
Thank you, Jeff.
You know the drill. You can't touch my mic.
Okay. I know the last guy told me, he says, baby, you need some Listerine. And I said, why? He said, your breath is so bad, you can melt the microphone. I mean, I felt kind of bad when he told me that. But I thought about it later. It was true. That was from drinking. I really don't have any good material tonight, but I would just want to say one thing. Something I thought about. I'm going to try to make it a reality. Now, you know, a long time ago, people used to think about grandparents 75 years ago as a person in a rocking chair with white hair, knitting or crocheting. This was 75, 85 years ago, right? Grandparents, a grandmother. Now today's grandmother is sitting in a chair with a pipe and a rock. And she's getting her groove on with dyed hair and a wig, one or the other. So, I mean, the connotation of granny, when people call you granny now or grandpa, don't feel bad. Just say, hey, I rock, you know. But how many of you guys have grandkids out there? Any of you? One? Just one? Oh, my goodness. Well, I just want to say one thing. Give this guy triple drinks over here. He probably needs them. You know, I know this one woman, she has like 7 or 8 grandkids living with her. And I call her the ungrandmother. And she tells those kids every time they go down the hall in the apartment building, you better make sure those doors are unlocked. And you better make sure you steal as much as you can in 5 minutes and get out of there. She says, or I'll kill you. This is the ungrandmother. So I said, okay, maybe they'll learn when they get to be older. So I went to take out the trash one day, and I was just gone about 5 minutes. And I came back, and I looked around, and I said, oh, my God, I left my door unlocked. What was missing? It was a painting of Jesus Christ. It was missing. And I said, holy theft. Did they have to steal my Jesus Christ painting? You know, so I said, well, people are busy, and you never know what they might do. But like I said about drinking and smoking, it's not really good for you, but what are you going to do? Inhale, you know, in yoga they say inhale. I mean, that's like an oxygen high. I mean, that's good, right? It's natural. But after a while, what do you do when you get tired of it? Do you grab a drink? What do you guys do? You drink? Anybody drink out there? Okay. How about smoking? Oh, okay. She said just a blunt. That's all. Okay, now and then. But, you know, when we get older, everybody that's younger wants to be older. You know, if you ask a teenager, how old are you? They'll say, oh, 15 and a half, almost 16. Or 17 and a half, almost 18. Or 20 and a half, almost 21. Everybody wants to be older. But when we get older, we want to be younger. Not too many of us run around saying, oh, I'm 45 going on 46, or I'm 58 going on 60, or I'm 85 going on 90. Nobody really likes it. But I learned one thing. They were telling you, they said when you have a fight with somebody, forgive them. And I used to say, I can forgive, but I won't forget. But one time I was scared of this woman, and I said, hell yeah, I'll forgive you. She shook hands. I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry too. But the only thing is, my bones, I'm so old now, my bones started crumbling in my hands when she went to shake it too hard. But sometimes it's good to forgive, you know, but it's just hard to forget. Can you guys forget people when they're mean to you? You just, what do? Just ignore them? You don't fight them? Okay. Well, I want to hear you guys' comedy. Because like I said, this is just something new that I just sort of made up, and You got to excuse this cheat sheet and everything. I know it's not good, but it's like you're really truly getting old when your kids have more gray hair than you have. And I said, only your hairdresser knows for sure. So it's like age sort of creeps upon us. You can ask the cameraman. He and I are from old school. Oh, now he's not going to speak to me now. See, he's going to look the other way. I won't mention his name. Okay. But anyway, this guy told me, he says, you're getting pretty old, lady. You got to try to figure out something to preserve yourself some way. I said, hell yeah, I'm old. I said, I was there when Moses parted the Red Sea and the children of Israel crossed it. The ocean opened up. And then they walked on the other side of the Red Sea to dry land, and then they went up to the mountaintop. They were at the foot of Mount Sinai, the foot of that mountain. And Moses went up to the top. If you ever saw that show, The Ten Commandments, and God put the Ten Commandments in the clay tablets, lasered them in there some kind of way. I don't know what Moses was smoking, but it was pretty powerful. So when he came from the top of that mountain all the way to the bottom, he was mad because the children of Israel were out there partying. They were like making gods out of gold and, worshiping all kind of idols and doing all kind of mad stuff. So he got mad and he threw those clay tablets down, the Ten Commandments. He says, and pow, they broke. I'm so old, I was there and I glued them back together, the pieces of the Ten Commandments when they were broken. But anyway, I want you guys to really be supportive of Jeff and this Thursday Night Live show. We may not make it to Saturday Night Live, but we may make it there dead. But anyway, let's be supportive and keep watching the show and sending people out because he's doing the best that he can do. And keep coming on out here now to the station, you guys, in Pasadena. Thank you.
Woo! Miss Yvonne Norte. You're really that old, really? You know? Your Social Security number is like 1, is that what you're saying? I hear that. It's, Yvonne, you talking about the church stuff maybe remind me of my mom, My mom was very churchy, She always, I don't care what I did. The first thing my mom asked me when I talked to her is, she still live in the islands, Catalina. First thing she asked me is, did I go to church? I don't care what happened. I could tell my mom I want $1 million or I went to church. She's going to be more happier than about me going to church. Only thing that would make her happy is me telling her I want $1 million when I went to church. That would be the only other thing. I want $1 million in church. Woo! God bless you. See, I told you, son, the Lord, Mom, calm down. Okay. The next comedian. See, I'm telling you, this is why I do the Uber thing. You never know who or where you're going to meet somebody. I met this next comedian in, I didn't meet her. I met her representative in my car giving her a ride. And I told her I was a comic. And he goes, oh, yeah, I have a friend that's funny. She's a comedian. I'm like, I don't believe. She goes, yes. And she called her right from my car. And she was on the beach. And she said, she's a comedian. I said, I'll put her in my show. I said, okay, have her give me a call. And she said, oh, by the way, she's cute. I'm like, done deal. I'll book her tomorrow. So the next performer I'm going to bring up, not only is she pretty, she's also very funny. Give it up for Miss Ariel. How you say your last name, Ariel? Ariel K. Give it up for Ariel K, folks. Give it up. I'm not going to butcher your name. I'm bad with names. Okay. Have fun.
It's Kashanchi. I know it's hard. I'm ethnic. I'm olive. What are you going to do? I suffer from a disease, you guys. It's called angry resting face. Have you heard about this? So I genetically look angry all the time. Like strangers will come up to me. People will come up to me in the street and just be like, what's wrong? What happened to you? Why do you look like that? I'm like, I'm in neutral. Like I'm not angry. Or they'll even be like, you know what? Clearly you're constipated. So maybe a little bit of fiber. I'm like, I eat kale. Doesn't help. It's particularly hard when I'm with a guy. Like, can I show you guys my orgasm face? Yeah? Okay. All right, this is it. that was good. And the guy gets like insecure. And I'm like, no, it's cool. I'll be back for seconds. But the door locks on its own. So yeah, I'm single. In case you can't tell. But I'm single and I'm 30. And 30 is the age where all your friends couple off. All my friends are coupled off. So I'm the one single person where they kind of look at me like something's wrong. And they're like, Ma, I don't think you should get any more cats. And I'm like, no, just I'll stop at 8. But like when you're the single person, you have married friends. I walk into a party and they see me coming in and they clutch their husbands, and I'm like, I'm single, not slutty. Like that, big difference. But those friends are always trying to like set me up too. You and your friends set you up. It's never because you have anything in common. It's just because you're two single people and they're like, sure, let's slap them together and see if it works. Like throwing spaghetti at the wall. So they set me up with this guy, and I was kind of like reluctant. I was like, I don't know if I want to meet him. I'm like, last time was kind of a nightmare. And they're like, no, he's rich. I'm like, okay, that changes everything. I don't want to work. So I meet the guy, and for some reason he just climbs out of a basement just covered in slime, just like, so what do you do for fun? I'm like, not you. Dating is hard. Dating has changed because of all these apps. People don't date anymore. Like it used to be where you would get courted. You would meet someone somewhere. Someone would maybe not set you up because we know how that goes. But you would date. I go on a first date. It used to be, you go on a first date. If it goes well, he'll call you, maybe ask you for a second date. Now, you go on a first date. If it goes well, he sends you a picture of his genitals. I'm like, why? Why, sir? I didn't ask for this. This is, why? It's like the quality of people just keeps going down. I went on a date with a guy, and he was like, I just want you to know that at one point I accidentally became a crystal meth addict. Like, does anyone intentionally become a crystal meth addict? Does anyone wake up one morning and they're like, you know what? I got a great job, great life, friends, clear skin. Why don't I just throw it all away and become a crystal meth addict? Why? I don't need teeth. Soup is delicious. Like, why would anyone ever do that? It's just weird. Do you guys have stupid friends? Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. If you don't have stupid friends, you are the stupid friend. It's true. And we all have those friends. Like, I love my stupid friends because they make me feel so good about all my poor life decisions. Like the fact that, all the stupid things that I do, I'm like, no, that's okay because you think George Jefferson was a president. I got the kind of stupid friend who uses words incorrectly. She was like, I literally died. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, I literally died. I'm like, no, you didn't. You're alive. You're not a ghost. I can't put my finger through you. You're alive. She's like, no. I'm like, oh, I wish you literally died. Then I could finally date your ex-boyfriend. Oh, this is not, we don't like death jokes in here. Or she was backing her car out of a parking space, and she didn't know how to maneuver her car. And she was like, I can't get out. I'm jaded. I'm like, what? You're jaded? She's like, you don't know what that means. I'm like, I know what it means. I just want to know what meaning you've given it. She's like, it means I'm stuck. I can't get out. You're so jaded. But then I was like, I need to take this to the next level. So I made up a word. And I just wanted to see if she would use it. So I was like, you know what? I woke up this morning feeling really diffluteness. And she's like, you totally read my mind. I'm like, what? What is there to read in there? I read your mind, this phony word. So all day I was using it as a noun, as a verb, as an adverb, adjective, everything. I was like, we just need to difflutenize things. She's like, yes, all day long. And the next day she calls me. She's like, I was at a job interview. And I said to the guy, it's really difflutenous to be here. And he had no idea what I was talking about. Oh my God, people are stupid. So my parents smoke weed, which, yeah, right? No, like, let's hear it for parents who smoke weed. Yeah, no. Thank you. It's fun now. It's fun as an adult because we can smoke together. But my parents do this thing. So my parents are Persian, and Persian people are not very open with, things like that. So to this day, we've smoked together so many times, and they pretend they've never done it. So the last time I had some edibles, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, let's smoke together." And she's like, "No, I don't do that. Drugs is disgusting. Get away from me. No. Oh, you're a drug addict." And I was like, "But we did this together last week. Like, why are you pretending?" She's like, "No, I never touched that stuff." And so what I did was, it was a chocolate. So I stuck my finger in the side of her mouth like you do with like a pet when you're trying to give them medication. Her jaw opened. I put it in her mouth, and I held her head and chin tight, shook her head vigorously until I knew that chocolate was getting processed. And we watched a Tyler Perry marathon together. It was fun. But it was like growing up with parents who smoke weed, not so much fun. Like my mom decided when I was young that I should be blonde. So at the age of 2, she would take cotton balls and dip them in peroxide and put me in the sun until I had blonde hair. Like, I looked like a Middle Eastern JonBenet Ramsey. It was not a good look. And like, we would go places and people were like, "Why doesn't your kid look like you guys?" And my mom was like, "We are part Russian. We're not. We are pure Middle Eastern." Anyway, that's been my set. Thanks, you guys. It's a heavy mic stand.
Miss Ariel, how you say it again? Kasanche. Give it up for her. So you got the single blues going on in L.A., man. I don't know what it is about L.A. and comics. It's just single. We should have like a singles mixer for performers. Go there and meet, and you go, "Yeah, now I know I'm single." Can't, yeah. Let me put this here up high. The next comic. He's supposed to be at least 7'2". Speaking of 7'2", every now and then, you'll sometimes you go on those online dating sites, and then you look at what some of the women are asking for. You always have the thing that always gets me is the height requirement. Must be 6 feet tall. And I'm like, I look at their height, and they're like 5'2", 5'3". And you have a conversation with them. "Well, I wear heels." I'm like, even in 8-inch heels, you still ain't gonna be taller than me. You're 5'2". Yeah, you gotta be 6 feet tall. I like my men tall. Guess what? I'm taller than you. Look at that. And you must have like. Then another thing that I asked for is like must have like 100 Ks. That's what you gotta make. You gotta be 6 feet tall, 100 Ks. And what the hell you bringing to the party? Me. Well, obviously, you're not worth 100 Ks and 6 feet tall. You maybe got 10 Ks, but you're not 100. There's always like you get all of this. I don't know about that. 100 Ks. I think I'm gonna have a couple of you. I don't have you. I might have a couple of you. All right, your next comic. I met him in traffic school. This guy. I hope he's learned to drive better than when I met him. It's very funny. He's gonna come up here and give us his life story and a little music. Mr. J.P. Pisanelli. Just shake hands, man. You white guys always screwing it up for the hand high, low.
Mike up here. Good evening, everybody. I am J.P. Pisanelli. Pisanelli is my last name. I am Italian. I'm Italian on both sides, this side and that side. You guys don't like that joke. I thought that was funny. I don't know. Did you get to know the audience? Any of my people out there? Any Italian Americans out there? By a show of applause. I'm the only one representing organized crime. Is that it? That's what they do to my people. They make us gangsters. They make us criminals, right? They make us killers in movies and in TV. It's crazy. That's what they do to my people. And I'll tell you, when you're an Italian American, it bleeds over into your private life. Like, I went to get a new car the other day. I'm thinking about buying one. I walk into the showroom, and a salesman says, "You're Italian, right?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "My name's Pisanelli." He says, "Okay, this car's great for you." And I'm thinking, great. He's going to show me a good car. He takes me out there. I think he's going to show me the engine, or the interior. He opens the trunk. He says, this will fit 2 or 3 bodies easy right back there. See, the world doesn't understand the Italian people, I don't think. And the world doesn't understand me. I don't understand the world. I think of things that make me crazy, like if a cow had an abortion, would it be decaffeinated? I think about these things. I also, the internet. Internet makes me nuts. Oh, God, the internet. Oh, God, the internet. I saw these two stories not too long ago on the internet. There was one about Bill Gates, billionaire Bill Gates. He put up $100,000 of his own money to invent the next generation of male condom. Now, I'm thinking, this is crazy on two fronts. First of all, it's billionaire geek Bill Gates telling you to buy a sexual product, and I don't know guy who's going to want to buy a condom from what his company stands for, micro and soft. I don't get that. And also I saw this other story about this midget, right? Clairvoyant midget in the Midwest. Yeah. He was conducting phony seances. Phony seances. The police found out he was taking money from people. They arrested him and put him in jail. Wow. The little fucker, he scraped. A little guy, he escaped. He escaped. Now he's running around the Midwest. Now he's a small, medium at large. Yeah, anyway. And dating. Oh, dating makes me crazy. Dating. I don't get dating. I tried to increase my odds, and you know what I'm doing now? I'm dating homeless women. Yeah. You know why? Because they're easy to find. They're all over the place in L.A. So I found this one homeless woman, right? She was very nice. I talked to her, and I basically bought her a dress, took her out to dinner, made her feel good. She was sitting there. I was sitting there at dinner, and I'm thinking, wow, this is so good. Because she feels somebody cares about her. And this is a great date because at the end of the date, when I got to go take her home, I can drop her anywhere. Homeless, yes. But women are mean to me, just mean, not nice. Just mean. They don't lie. I don't know what's going on. As I got older, it's harder to date women, right? Just harder. So I asked a friend of mine, I said, can you help me? He said, JP, I like you. I'm going to send you to a place where the women are different. I said, that's what I want. That's what I want, different women. So he sends me to this bar across L.A. I go in, and it's real dark. And everybody's dressed in leather, head to toe. Everybody's dressed in leather. And I'm thinking, wow, different. I've never been in a place like this before. And I'm at the bar, and I see this woman looking at me from across the way. And she starts walking over. I notice she's got 4-inch leather heels on, and tight black leather pants, a black bodice, and a black hat. And she walks right up to my face, and she goes, hi, I'm Mistress Simone. And I'm thinking, boy, she's awful formal. Oh, I'm Mr. Pisanelli. She goes, I'm a dominatrix. I said, well, I'm Roman Catholic. She says, no, you don't understand. I'm a dominatrix. I beat up, I dominate, I humiliate men. That's what I do. She goes, no. I said to her, no, you don't understand. That sounds like my last 2 girlfriends. She goes, I'm into BDSM. I go, BDSM? What is that, babes dating single men? She goes, no. It's bondage, discipline, sadomasochism. I beat up, I dominate, I humiliate men. That's what I do for a living. I make a very good living in a dungeon in a house that I own. And I said to myself, hey, JP, you just found a girl who's got a job in a house. I like that. She goes, I like you. I like you to come back and see my dungeon. And I'm thinking, whoa, she works awful fast. So JP, maybe we better get something out of this. I said, do you have cable? She said, yeah, I have 2. I'm thinking, oh, I can watch CNN and the History Channel at the same time. I said, let's go. We go back to her house. I walk down to where the dungeon is. I open the door. I'm looking inside. And over my shoulder, she goes, how'd you like to see my cables now? And I'm thinking, I could watch a little TV before I get it on. I said, sure. She bops me in the head. I fall to the floor. She steps on me, calls me a pig, grinds her heel into me. My hands go filling out. She puts a cable here, and she hoists me up, and I'm hanging there. In the middle of her dungeon, I'm hanging there. And I'm looking for the 2 TVs. And I'm thinking, boy, if this is how she watches cable TV, I can't wait till she shows me how she changes her channels. I'm going to end with this. It's a little routine that I do. I saw 2 guys on Hollywood Boulevard not too long ago, and they were across the street, and I couldn't see what they were doing, right? I could only see them miming with each other, right? So one guy looked like he was in shape. He was kind of like a businessman. He had a beeper. You don't see beepers too much anymore, but he had a beeper on. And the other guy looked like he was out of shape, kind of older. He looked like he wasn't doing so well. And they looked like 2 friends that were meeting each other for the first time, maybe like about 10, 15 years. That's what it looked like. And this is my interpretation of these 2 guys meeting each other.
JP. So where did you learn to play the harmonica? In prison?
Waiting for a bus.
Really? How long was this damn bus?
A long time.
One more time for JP, folks. Playing the harmonica from D Block, San Quentin. I don't know. See, like all the guys in prison play harmonica. Like you go there, you learn to smoke cigarettes and play harmonica. What the hell's going on? And of course, get beefy, you know. Okay, we're gonna keep the show rolling along because you know, I gotta go home and watch MeTV. You know, hey, your next performer. What can I say about the next performer? She got some of the funniest real life stories. She should write a book. Give it up for the very talented Miss Sarah Newell, all the way from Ohio. Funny stories.
I like how I just tried to steal the microphone from the host. I wondered why everybody was not moving this mic stand when they get up here. This thing is heavy. A lot of people talked about relationships tonight. I actually, you know what I want? I want some new love. Like, you know, the new couples. New couples are so cute when you see them. Like, new couples like to text each other little love notes from work. New couples, they like to go to everywhere. They go everywhere together. New couples like to cuddle and look at each other longingly. They're so cute. I've been with my man 8 years. Let him text me right now. It better be important. That's all right. I'm the only one who thinks that's funny. That's okay. I know it was funny. That's fine. No, I like new couples. Like, I've been with my man 8 years. We go into a party together. He goes to the left side of the room. I go to the right side of the room. We are there to talk to new people. If you see us in a party and we are talking to each other, that means we're talking about other people at the party, or one of us wants to leave the party. Like, on a nice evening at home, if you see us together and we happen to be cuddling on the couch, that means the air conditioner is on high and we are both too lazy to get up and fix the problem. Now, but every once in a while when you're in a long relationship, they do look at you longingly. He looked at me longingly last night. Let me know I was sitting next to the remote control. I had the power for the evening. Oh, I would love to have some new love. I would. I also would like to say thank you to everybody who came out tonight to support live comedy. Give it up for you guys. Like, this is hard to do. This isn't easy. Like, there's a lot of other things you can do. Like, I once tried working retail. Has anyone ever tried working retail? See, you did it. That thing, oh my gosh. After working retail, I started thinking, you know, I just wanted a job with some self-respect. You know, something like a stripper, shoveling animal poo at the zoo. You know, something where people would respect me. Like, I even at one point started thinking maybe I could apply at LAPD. I just felt like maybe if I could start shooting I might feel better. That's a hard job. Well, I am from Ohio. I'm going to leave on this last. I'm from Ohio. One thing about Ohio is we don't have a lot of skinny people in Ohio. We don't. Like in Ohio, people see me. They always think I have a terminal disease. I'm like 3 pounds. But I don't really get it. Like they always want to accuse the skinny women of stealing all the good men. You ever notice that? Like it's women like you that like to steal the good men. You know why you see men on dates with skinny women? Men like to date women like me because they look at me, she's a cheap date. I don't have to feed her. I'm not skinny. I'm malnourished. Somebody get me a sandwich. It's so hard when you're just up here talking to yourself. It really is. It's like me and 6 people. All right. Well, actually, I got one more I want to leave on because I do appreciate that we had a small crowd tonight. We do. We had a small crowd. There's only 5 of us. But you know what? Tonight we had 3 women on this show tonight. We did, and you don't always get to see that. I actually read a comment on Facebook last night where they said you have 3 women on a show and it will stink up the show. And you know, I just think that for women it's so much harder sometimes because men, they get on the stage and they got their big hands and they hold the microphone and they command the stage in 30 seconds. It doesn't matter what they're talking about. Men are up here talking about their sweaty balls and some rash they've had for 6 months, and there's still some woman in the front row. After the show, I'm going to get with him. Oh, my goodness. Did you notice? He got some big old hands, doesn't he? Big old hands. That means he's got big old feet, you know? But it's not for the same for the ladies. Like, we get on the stage, and we have to work twice as hard to command this stage. I get up here, I grip the microphone. I got big hands. Men in the back row crossing his legs. Men look at me. She gonna make my thing look small. It is not the same thing for us, is it, ladies? All right, thank you for the time. Sarah Newell.
Wow. Sarah, I didn't know that's how y'all look at us over here. I'm going to start wearing some extra large shoes when I come on stage. I know y'all checking out our stage. What? I was trying to make my feet look small. I'm go the other way, and, you know, yeah, we guys. Well, it's not so much our hands and it's our voice. It's in the voice. You know, you have to have that voice. And, yeah, we did have 3 ladies on here. Well, 4. I mean, I'm the opposite of Caitlyn Jenner. I'm really a lady, but, you know, going the opposite way. Okay, folks, you know what to say. You saved the best for last. And this guy, every time I see him, man, he is cooler than ice. He's always laid back, just chilling. And I know why. Because like myself, he's also from the islands. You know how island guys are. We just chill. So I'm going to give it up for the very talented Mr. Ian Solomon. Let him hear it, folks. I think he got big hands, too. Yeah, he got big hands. So.
Yeah, I got big hands. Normally, you know, Jamaicans have big hands because we are descendants from slaves. So, you know, it's genetic that we have big hands. Speaking of my history as a Jamaican, you know, it's funny because people always ask me, like, why do track stars run so fast? Why do Jamaican track stars run so fast? I'm like, that's because we runaway slaves, basically. You know, we had to be fast, you know. Yeah, because Jamaicans are basically like slaves that when they pulled up, you know, in Jamaica, and the slave ships came over from Africa and they stopped in Jamaica to resupply. Yeah, the ones that said, you know what, this is a good time to run. And that's Jamaicans, that we the ones that ran and colonized Jamaica. Yeah, we basically ran in a circle because it's an island. That's why we can run around the track real good. British just got tired. It's like, So that's a little history for you right there. This is a little different from me. I'm usually used to performing to about 300 and something people. But you know, this is acting because right now I feel like I'm doing Carnegie Hall. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm just, this is huge right now. This is big for me. It's a pleasure to be here. Look at all these people, man. Yeah, you know, I'm at the pinnacle of my career now. Look at this, doing my 1 hour special. Yeah, it's good to be here. Now listen, let me tell you something about as a comedian. We travel all over the place, and you know, you go to some interesting places. Like I just did a show in Williamsburg, Virginia. Anybody ever been to Williamsburg, Colonial Williamsburg? Yeah, that's basically an old town, a place that's still in the colonial stages, like Thomas Jefferson type stuff, you know, slave quarters and stuff. Like, it was just weird for me because, you know, I was walking down the street and I was in Old Town Williamsburg, and apparently they still do the reenactments and stuff. And I saw this lady dressed up like a slave. And I was like, wow. I mean, how bad is the job situation in Williamsburg, Virginia, that the only job you could get was being a slave? You know, I'm like, I don't care what the job situation was like in Williamsburg, Virginia. That's one job I'm going to pass up. I'd like to have been there for the phone call when they told her she got the job. I'm like, hello, is this Martha? Hi, Martha. We just want to let you know that we reviewed your resume, and you are more than qualified for this job to be a slave. I don't know. And Williamsburg, Virginia is kind of creepy too, man, because I made a deal and I made a promise with myself that I will never ever drink when I go there again, because I got a little tipsy and I was leaving the bar, walking back to my hotel, and I could have swore I saw George Washington walking down the street holding hands with a black woman. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah. So now I'm running because I've just seen ghosts. Yeah. And that's when I heard somebody go, psst, over here. I'm like, it was Harriet Tubman. She was telling me to come with them. And I was like, nah, Harriet, I'm not coming with you. I'm going back to the hotel. And she was like, they ain't gonna let you stay there, boy. Come with us. I was like, no, I'm going back to the hotel. Oh, man. I don't know. Anybody watch the ESPYs last night? Yeah? Yeah, it wasn't a dry eye in the room when Caitlyn made her speech, right? Yeah, that was something else, man. I kind of is there a transplant? I mean, you know, you can change. You know, you can do sex changes. Is there anything to make your voice change to a woman's voice? Because that kind of threw me off. I was trying to get into it, and she was looking hot. I mean, I was impressed how sexy, you know, Caitlyn looked. And then when she opened her mouth, my brain got confused, you know. Like she came up there and she was all sexy and then she threw her hair back and she was like, this is very important to me. This was harder than training all those years in the Olympics. This has been a rough time for me. I'm happy all my family's in. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. A little hard for the brain to process. Need some marijuana to let that settle in a little bit, you know. Brain is like rejecting that. Yeah, we're in great times, man. You know, gays can now get married, you know, which I think is great. They should be able to feel what it's like to be married as well, you know, because it all changes when you sign that paper, you know. It's like a honeymoon. It's like, I don't care how long you date. You could date for 20 years. As soon as you get married, it all changes. Because now you own each other. Yeah, I got papers on you. Yeah, that's right. I got papers on you. Mm-hmm. So, just a little different. That's all I'm saying. Facebook is a trip, man. I found out my son was on Facebook, and it wasn't like he asked me if he could be on Facebook. He just kind of like went and signed up on his own. And because I'm a nosy parent, I was Googling his name just to see what's out there, because I think every parent should Google their child's name just to see what's going on, because kids got secret lives. I'm telling you, they do, you know. So I Googled my son's name, and it's like, bam, Dylan Sam. I say, wow, that's my son. He's on Facebook. Look at that. Didn't even ask Dad if he could be on Facebook. And I'm looking at his profile picture, and it's him with his shirt off, and he's like this, flexing his 3 muscles. He's only got, like, he thinks he has a 6-pack, but it's not a 6-pack. It's like a 3-pack, because he got 2 muscles on this side and 1 way down here somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. So you're on Facebook, huh? And I'm thinking, you know, what do you do as a parent when your child goes on Facebook without your permission? You know, what do? You get mad, punish them, you know, take away the Xbox. You know, what do? You know, I friend request them. I thought that was the best thing I could do is friend request them. Now I'm in your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, yeah. Now I'm your internet stalker. See, yes, this was happening. Didn't work out the way I planned her because it's 6 months and he has not accepted my friend request yet. It's just sitting there in his little box, and I'm like, really? He's just not going to accept my friend request? And I blame that on Facebook because Facebook should know that I'm his dad, and they should see that friend request sitting in there. They should just send him a message. Hey, Dylan, you know that's your dad, right? We're going to go ahead and accept it for you, you know? Because that, you know, that's what you should do. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. Come on, Facebook. You know. And I kind of feel like, you know, how you gonna get in my car and ask me for allowance when you can't even accept my friend request? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking you to football practice, I'm taking you shopping, you know, and you sitting there asking me stuff about, hey, Dad, you gonna get me those new Madden game, football game? You gonna give me this and this and that? And all I'm doing is cussing them out in my mind. I'm like, when you gonna accept my friend request? I'm not even asking you to go to college. All I want you to do is accept my friend request. I don't care about anything. Just, you know, stay. You can do drugs. I don't care. Just accept that friend request. That's all I'm asking. That's important to me. That's all I care about right now, the friend request. Yeah. So, you know, if it was actually more than 3 people in here, that probably would have been that'd be killing right now. But I'm sure people laughing their butt off on YouTube right now because it was hilarious. Hilarious. I don't know. Yeah, so the whole Facebook thing, man, is like, you know, that's a multi-billion-dollar company, you know? They have programmers who write these programs and give you these different features on Facebook, but I think that, like, who is that one guy that's saying don't give them a dislike button? I mean, that's what Facebook need, is a dislike button, right? So you can just start disliking stuff that you don't like. There's no option for that right now. Like, if Facebook was to put a dislike button on tomorrow, I would take off work and stay home and just dislike stuff all day. I'm serious. I get me a glass of wine and get comfortable before I start disliking stuff. All those selfies, you got more than 5 doggy pictures on your page, dislike. Too many selfies, dislike. I don't care how cute your baby is. After the 5th picture, dislike. Yeah, for real. That's what we need, man. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you gotta lie to your kids. Yeah, that's right. You gotta lie to your kids, especially when it's about money. You know, my son wanted the new Kobe Bryant tennis shoes. And, you know, like a parent, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and impress my son. I don't care how much them shoes is, you know, because I'm thinking, how much could a pair of tennis shoes cost, you know? But I'm going to get you whatever you want. Come on, let's go to the store. I'm going to get you whatever you want because you're my son and I love you. I walked in that store. He picked them shoes out. They were $300 and something. I was like, you know I'm not your real father, right? You know that, right? I was like, what you talking about, Dad? No, I meant to tell you this before we walked in here, that I'm not your real dad. He was like, stop playing, Dad. I'm like, no, you see this tag? This is $300 and something. I ain't playing. I'm not your father. We can call him right now, see if he'll get these for you, though. You got to lie to him when they get too expensive. I went over to the other shelf. I picked up some Chuck Taylors. I said, you know who Chuck Taylor was? He played basketball, too. He was great. Yeah, these right here is about $34, but Chuck Taylor was a legend. Matter of fact, you know who Arthur Ashe is? These Arthur Ashe right here, but $16.99. They even got his signature on the side. Sometimes you gotta lie to them, man. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy. I don't know. Ugh. Everybody was talking about smoking weed. I'm Jamaican, man. I don't smoke weed. People get mad when they find out I'm Jamaican and I don't smoke weed. It's like I insulted them. Oh, you from Jamaica? You smoke weed? No, I don't smoke weed. Oh, really? They give me that look like I just offended them or something. I'm like all Jamaicans walk around with an ounce of weed in their back pockets, just waiting for somebody to ask them for some. Yo, yeah, man, me have weed. Nah. You know, it don't work like that. Like, When I meet an Australian, I'm like, where's the kangaroo? You know, it's just cut that out, man. That's all I'm saying. And I don't even think like the marijuana today is not like the marijuana when I was younger or my parents was younger. That was natural. This stuff right here, it's got people like, you know, acting a fool. Like just the other day, I saw a guy smoking a joint walking down the street with a diaper. You know what I mean? I'm like, had a diaper on. I'm like, what kind of weed is making you feel like an infant? That's some strong weed would make you feel like goo gaga, goo goo. That's some strong stuff right there, man. No, I don't mess with no drugs, but I do like my Jack Daniels. I like Jack Daniels. I like to drink. I've become a picky Jack Daniels drinker. Bartenders all over LA do not like me. Cause I got it all down to a science. Can I get a Jack Daniels with a little splash of Coke? And then I see them and they pour my Jack Daniels and they got the little thing to pour my Coke. See, no, I said a splash. Can you please get a spoon with a little Coke and splash it in? That way I know I'm getting a strong drink. They be trying to drown the Jack. Stop trying to drown Jack. Yeah. But the thing about Jack Daniels is that sometimes when I drink too much Jack Daniels, I might have a crying episode. Anybody ever get so drunk where they cry for no reason? No? I do that, yeah. I got drunk one night and just started crying in the bar. Yeah. Can't cry. A grown man can't cry in a gay bar. It's just like, you know, too many people want to console you. Had three guys rubbing my back, one wiping my tears away, other one unbuttoning my shirt. You need a little hot. You need to get some air, baby. Whatever happened in your life, let's talk about it. Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I am Jamaican, and you know, a lot of people don't realize I'm Jamaican because I don't throw my accent out there, but. It's for a reason. The reason why I don't throw my accent out there is because, like I said, people always ask me for weed, and I'm tired of that because I don't do that. I don't do that, you know. I conceal it. I conceal my accent. But sometimes it comes out when I'm stressed. Like when bill collectors call, bill collectors are aggressive these days. Like when bill collectors call, I can't handle it. My Jamaican accent comes out. Because Sprint called me the other day, like, Mr. Salmon, when can we expect payment on your delinquent Sprint bill? I was like, what a bumbo clout wrong with the people, man? What happened? Every day y'all call my host, what happened to the people? Yeah? Let me ask you a question. How are you people getting my telephone number? Huh? We're Sprint. Okay, you're your cell phone company, but how you get my telephone number? Sir, we gave you the telephone number. You didn't answer my question. How you get my telephone number? Then there's like an awkward silence on the phone, right? Because they confused now. They don't know what's going on with this dude. And then something magical happened. We both hang up the phone at the same time. That's how you deal with a bill collector, you know. But they are persistent because they call back a week later. They're like, Mr. Salmon, we still have not received payment on your delinquent Sprint bill. When can we get this payment? I say, well, you never heard me say the last time. Man, stop calling my host. You're not getting no money from me. Stop calling my host. They were like, hold on. I was like, hold on. They say, yeah, hold on. They put another Jamaican on the phone. Yeah. And he was like, Ian. I was like, who this? It's your father. Pay the people the money, man. All right. I think my time is up. Well, I got a minute and 34 seconds, so I think I'm going to take that time and give a moment of silence for MySpace. Thank you. Good night.
Ian Solomon. I think I'm saying your last name wrong, Ian.
Yeah, Salmon.
Salmon, you know, good job, man. Yeah, pay the people the money, man. Just pay them. Nothing like your parent calling you from the camp. You need to pay them. Oh, my God. Funny stuff, man. Got some funny comics. You know, we're gonna be back here again third Thursday in August 20th. Okay, tell your friends. Come on down. If you think you're funny, you have some kind of talent, come down here. We will give you, I don't know, 3 minutes, and bring your crew. Okay. So how about a big hand up for all the performers y'all have seen tonight, Thursday Night Live. We got Yvonne, we got JP, we got Sarah, we got Ariel, Ian. I'm Jeff. Thank you all. Good night. See y'all next month.
Let's go. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody now. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody now. Let's go. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody now. Can we mix? Everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody now. Let's go. Yeah. We living in the now.